Good morning. We have special guests with us today, Kent and Jan McKinnon from Poland. And so let me bring them up on screen for you. And we'll take a look at them. Hello, how are you today?
Jak się masz? Dobrze.
Great.
That's good. One English, one Polish. So how long have you been back to Poland?
This is our, since May 1st.
Oh, so you're pretty recent.
We were here 12 years ago. We were here for then 6 years. We then were going to go to Africa, and then we ended up staying back in the States, and now we've had an invitation to come back. So we're excited.
Yes, that's great. And name the town that you're in right now.
Poznan, Poznan. It's a town of 800,000 people.
Okay, I have the map on the screen here, and it's about straight west of Warsaw, correct?
Yep.
So hopefully everybody can see it. Okay.
2 hours from Berlin.
Oh, okay. Let me bring that back down and bring you back up. So, are you pastoring the international church there, or what exactly are you doing?
I have been invited back and working on staff with the Poznan International Church. In Poland, there are 100,000 foreign students from every continent that are coming to Poznan University to become doctor or dentists. And in a town of 800,000, our church is the only English-speaking church in town. So people who only speak English then want to come and be able to speak. And so it's full of students. It's full of workers from other countries who are in this area. And so it's really an exciting place to train and teach and make disciples.
It sounds awesome. So tell me what's your week like there? Let's have Jan talk a second.
Well, the interesting thing is I need to show you my grandma cart. Ta-da! Well, everything just takes a whole lot longer here. I take when I have to go get groceries, I have to remember my keys, my cell phone, my cash. We live in a flat, so you go down the stairs and then you go up and then you get to the store and there's about 4 different kinds of, you think it's flour. I mean, it's just a riot. So because our refrigerators and stuff are small, we have to shop probably every other day. But that's the afternoon stuff. In the morning, I really try to spend the day studying or reading or preparing. There's a women's Bible study that I go to and we take turns leading. And these are all international women. And it's very exciting. I'm involved with the discipleship of ladies. So I meet with them for coffee, one-on-one or two-on-two. And we're just trying to figure out what does God want us to be doing. And I help out with the Sunday school. We have kids there. And over here, they don't have curriculum because it's all Polish. So you have to go online and find your stories and your activities and stuff like that. But the church is doing really well, and it has a great mix of kids from babies up until junior high school, and even, of course, then we have a lot of college students too. So it's a really hopping place on Sunday. So there's a lot of prep that has to go into that too.
I find it's the best mission field in the world. We came to Poland to reach the Poles, and I had trouble learning the Polish language. But I got this opportunity to come to this international church. And because these are young students from all parts of the world, my passion to train people to witness and populate heaven, and my passion to make disciples who will finish the Great Commission, these students, when you get them trained, they will go back to their home countries and they will pass on to their ministries and their Christians and their world the training that I give. And so my passion is to train and equip, and I'm just thrilled to be back. And I hear stories of how they've taken it around the world to reach people for Jesus. And so it's been exciting.
It sounds very exciting. Who thought when you went to Poland you'd see people from everywhere?
It's the craziest mission field. Inside every country, there's an international church that is really multi-continent, and it's exciting to, particularly if you have a focus to train and equip and make disciples, not just have a church situation type of thing. So it's been exciting.
Right. Yeah, we were part of a international church when we lived in Budapest, so I understand a little bit of what you're talking about there.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we talked just a little bit about your summer. You have a big summer coming up. Tell us a little bit about the English camps you'll be doing.
Go ahead.
Well, we're actually doing 3 camps. One camp is the beginning of July, and that's in a neighboring town, and that's going to be with just youth. It's not with international messengers, but it's with PIC, with the Poznan International Church. And it's interesting because it's youth, and the whole town, the whole village comes out. So it's a wonderful opportunity to expose them to the gospel. The other 2 camps will be English camps, and those are family camps. Kent and I will teach conversations. One of the camps we're going to do, I'm doing teenage girls and he's doing preteen boys, so that'll be lots of energy.
Yeah, for sure.
The camps are really effective because the Poles have a value that they love to come to camp, and they have 4 weeks of vacation. So one of the camps is just a fun time for their whole family to go, but they can't go to the camp unless they invite a non-Christian to come with them. And so it's very, very evangelistic, and they are so they're so excited to learn the language, but also see that Jesus makes a difference in people's lives.
There's real confusion in Poland. There's religion without relationship, and so there are more born-again Christians in Saudi Arabia than inside Poland. And so Poland is very religious, but Jesus has gotten lost of trusting in him alone for salvation. And so it's a needy place for the gospel.
What's really interesting is that the camps that you're going to be involved with the Honisi Church and things, are the same camps that our church has sent teams to. So that's been Darlene and Dave Link have gone, and Sonia Smith, and of course Helmut. And Helmut will be going back this year again. And you know Helmut, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The thing that's so interesting is the Poles, when they see 20 Americans coming over to do an English camp, the Poles say, I want to be an American because you Americans seem happy. You seem like great people. And we have to explain to them, no, not America's like that. People who have Jesus in their heart are like that. And so when the short-termers come over, they shine for Jesus and they show the reality of what it means to have a relationship with Christ, which brings clarity to what we're trying to communicate to them.
Right. It was a wonderful experience for me the last 2 years to be there with Jacek and the whole group of people. Yeah, she's wonderful. And I know last year I shared the bridge in one of my classes, and a couple of people got saved. So tell me a little bit about the follow-up after camp.
A lot of that is dependent upon the churches that we work with. So I know that Honitsa, basically they're very relationship driven. So if you bring somebody to camp, you're kind of, you follow up on them, you keep contact with them. It's very much friendship evangelism. And then if they make a decision, they go through basic steps afterwards. That's kind of the program. I know that International Messengers also sends written material to the people that make decisions. But it's, of course, more effective when it's one-on-one. So.
And they try to make sure if there's a church in their area that the leadership in that area will contact them and personally invite them to be a part of their church family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the follow-up is so important, I think. So
Absolutely.
So I know that you're going to be seeing people that I met last year and the year before. Have you, now, when you lived in Poland before, did you live in the same area or did you live in a different area?
For 2 years, we were up in Borna-Sulinovo, and then for 4 years, we were at Poznan.
Oh, okay. So you're reacquainting yourself with lots of people.
Oh, old friends. It's amazing.
That's so fun. Last year, after camp, I went to Budapest and visited some of the friends that we had when we were missionaries there, and there's just nothing better, I don't think. So that's very cool. So what else would you like to?
We would like to invite everybody at Devonport Church to think about coming over in the summertime to help put on a camp. They've already done it once, but again, we'd like to be a cheerleader to recruit to come on over and help us reach people for Jesus.
Yeah, it's a wonderful time. Like you said, Jan, it takes a lot of energy, but it's really, truly a wonderful experience. And you're making a difference for the Lord, and that's what we're here for.
Populating heaven.
That's right. The only thing that really matters is souls, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So anything else you'd like to tell the church?
Well, we, of course, would love to encourage and thank them. Do you realize that you guys have supported us for 18 years? That is just amazing to us. When we were church planters in Iowa, you guys supported us. When we came over the first time, you supported us. When we were going to Africa back and forth, you supported us. So we have a long history with you, and we just are really grateful and appreciative for your investment in our lives and our ministry. It's really super.
Yep.
Well, we are grateful that we can be a part of your ministry, and I did put your email at the bottom of the screen here, so if anybody wants your newsletter, they can just write to you and you'll put them on the list. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
So how often do you send out the newsletters?
Quarterly or 6 times a year, 4 to 6, something like that.
Yeah, that's great.
We try to do an email update every once in a while, especially when there's some really big things going on that we just need some prayer coverage for.
Nowadays, a person's email address is really helpful because the snail mail we don't always get the physical addresses, and so that's really good.
Right. So, well, we're just excited to have had this time to talk with you and to hear what you're doing there in Poland, and you're going to be entering a really busy season with summer coming on, but it's going to be great and fun, and so thank you for being with us.
God bless. We'll see you here, there, or in the air.
Yes. Thank you again for your investment in our ministry. And God is amazingly done some great things. And of course, anytime anybody wants to send us a personal email, we definitely will respond. So.
All right. That sounds wonderful. Well, thank you very much. And we're going to get back to our church service. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.